How's it going, guys?
Introduce yourself.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were introducing you.
Oh. How's it going, guys? I'm Rob.
And I'm Megan.
We're trying to give you guys an update of what we've been doing, some of the adventures we've gone on this summer, as well as upgrades we've done to the boat. So when we bought the boat in April, it was in really good shape. The past couple owners really kept good care of the boat. So there was very few things we had to do. The surveyors basically said everything's fine, no structural damage on the boat. And for a boat that's built in 1979, everything's been in great condition.
Yeah, especially for being up here in Juneau, Alaska, because things kind of get very bogged down with water here since we're in a rainforest. So it's nice. It was nice to find a good boat here.
Yeah, we were really happy about that. I guess the past owner sailed it up from Seattle through the Inland Passage. Him and his wife, they retired, purchased the boat, and apparently the owner he bought it from kept just meticulous maintenance and care of the boat, and he felt really good buying the boat, and so him and his wife bought it and sailed it up here to Juneau. And then as soon as we moved up here, we bought it.
Yeah, so technically we're, from what we know, the third owner of this boat. So it's kind of nice. Has good history behind it.
It does.
Yeah. So, but there were still some things that we wanted to upgrade on the boat. The insulation being the first project that we did.
Yeah.
It had really old carpet in it, and we just went through and tore it all out. And it felt good because that carpet, you would come in here and it gave the boat kind of a musty...
It smelled like your grandma's basement.
Yeah, I guess so. And clearing that out of here, it smelled a lot better. And then we just went to Home Depot and got the...
So they make these, like, essentially a jigsaw puzzle piece, but you're supposed to put them on the floor, and they're just like a half-inch mat is all it is, just a foam mat. They had like a wood kind of decor on it, and all we did is we used the 3M spray adhesive, cut it to the right shape, and just stuck it right to the fiberglass. And it was a really easy project. I mean, maybe it's not the end-all be-all installation for the boat, but it worked temporarily for the summer, and we'll see how long it lasts. It looks really nice on the boat, and so far we've had less condensation from it, and it's kept the boat a lot warmer.
And the insulation that we did in the V-berth was a little bit different. We just got...
Basically, it's like a Rectiflex insulation. It's about 2 inches thick, 1.5 inches or so, and we actually pasted that all up on the walls as well, and just put a cloth canvas on it for now, just to kind of cover up the look of the insulation, because we use like the spray foam and the styrofoam insulation as well.
I'm sure we'll do more with that in the future.
In the future, yeah.
It works.
Yeah, we'll probably do it this winter when we have time, when we're not out and about, and we have more time we're spending on the boat.
Maybe, because we have a whole bunch of other projects that we want to do. So projects. Before we got the boat, people told us it'd be a money pit.
Yeah.
But
it is our house.
It's our only... This is where we live. This is where we go. This is what we take when we go. And when we do leave Juneau, Alaska, then we'll be just taking the boat and our bikes and whatever gear we have on board, and then that'll be it.
Next project we worked on was the electrical panel. The electrical on the boat was pretty bad. We have these small, they're about maximum 750 watt tornado fans. They do the job. We have 2 of them running on high, and it keeps this boat really warm. If you keep one on low and one on high, it does really well when it's 35, 40 degrees outside.
Which is all that we've experienced on this boat so far. We'll see what this winter brings. We're heading into winter now, so.
Yeah, but when we had the old electrical panel on the boat, we plugged both those heaters in on high, separate outlets. They would just pop the breaker, pop the breaker, pop the breaker. And so we just went ahead and tore out the whole breaker panel, and we bought a new one by Paneltronics.
Rob is turning on.
Anything?
Did you turn on the AC?
I did.
Oh, I'm scared. Is it smoking?
We got lights. Look at that. Wow.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Are you now an electrician?
No, I wouldn't say that yet.
It was a kind of a hard project because we knew nothing about electrical. And so one thing that I really like about buying a boat, we didn't know anything about sailing, just things that we have heard from people, looked up online, just doing tons of research. And then within that, you have to learn about electrical systems.
Yeah.
Or other systems that you don't, I wouldn't say in a house unless...
Have to really deal with?
Yeah, unless you're living remotely and really getting
like
into
off-grid or anything. Yeah.
But it's been fun because we're really improving our skills, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So now that we got the electrical panel in, everything's got its own like little breaker. We have the fridge on its own breaker, the hot water heater, the water pressure, and it's been great. And speaking of hot water heater, we installed a little 2.5 gallon hot water heater. Went down to the hardware store and just bought a 2.5 gallon heater.
First we started out with a 6 gallon.
Yeah.
We couldn't fit it into where we needed to fit it in the boat.
Yeah, it didn't fit into our lockers out in the cockpit. So we had to go back, return it, and buy the 2.5 gallon tank.
Which works. It's way better than not having any water at all.
Yeah. And I went to Missouri Wind and Solar online. You gotta check them out. They've got a lot of DC powered and like off-grid type electrical components that you can buy from them. I bought a DC 600 watt DC heating element and just installed that. I took out the old AC element inside the water heater and installed the DC heater. And it works. We have hot water. It's great.
Yeah. As far as the hot water goes, it's nice having hot water and just being able to take a shower or wash the dishes. And we're very aware of how much water we use now.
So apparently, the average American uses 17.6 gallons for an 8 minute duration shower,
which is way more hot water than what we have. But if you think about how much that adds up, our water tanks, the amount of water that we can hold on the boat,
it's about 68 gallons.
So, and we go through that in about
5 to 7 days.
And so you do all the math and you figure out how much water you're using per day, and really it's kind of surprising. Yeah. We know we're using a lot less than if we were to be in an apartment or in a house. Oh, yeah. But still, it's kind of just like, geez, people use a lot of water.
Yeah. The next project we did was a fridge as another electrical component. We installed a fridge. It's a Norcold icebox conversion kit. And it actually runs in either AC, and if you wire it into your DC panel, it automatically knows when it's disconnected from AC and clicks on and uses your DC panel, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But right now we just have it hooked directly to the DC panel, and it keeps the fridge nice and cold.
Yeah.
Doesn't really give us the freezer compartment, but if you put stuff right next to the cooling pan or the evaporative pan, it gets frozen. It'll freeze stuff. Yeah.
And it's supposed to be super efficient.
Yep.
And so our load current is still
not even reading. But another thing we have to do is there's only about an inch of insulation on the outside of it. We're gonna actually fully insulate the fridge. But that's another project.
Because our fridge is really big. I mean, we're talking about...
Yeah. It's probably like 4 or 5 cubic feet probably.
We don't need that big of a fridge. So we're just going to stick insulation all around the inside of it. And it'll make it smaller, but it'll make it also...
more energy efficient.